What's up guys, Ryan Wilson here from Predator. Behind me is a 2002 H1 Hummer soft top. We built this truck about 1.5 years ago for a customer. And as we were coming to the deadline date, completing the truck, he had an opportunity overseas to move out there, take a job that was paying extremely well. We shipped the truck out. It arrived about 2 days before he had to leave. It's in insane condition and it was barely driven by the new owner. This truck is coming up for sale with 2 choices for rims. Built it up with these rims on here. You can go with the original rims that we put on here. So you've got more of a factory stance on these rims with brand new 40-inch tires. Nothing's touching, nothing's rubbing, perfect fit. Or you go with more of a negative offset, whichever one you want to go with. And check out some video clips right when we finish up this build about a little over 1 year ago or so.
Got the springs installed here. You gotta be kind of careful because they're all pretty, you know, that Lamborghini orange. Everything's new ball joints, new tie rods, all new insides in the hub itself. Some big rims, they're pretty flashy. I like them.
Okay, so getting into this truck, it is up for sale. This truck is absolutely stunning inside and out. The only thing that it is short of is powder coating the frame. Otherwise, everything has been gone over from ball joints, idler arm, pitman arm, new brakes, new half shafts. We put in a Duramax engine in there, fully built up with the Allison 6-speed transmission, selectable 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive transfer case. You go from 2-wheel drive to 4-wheel drive to all-wheel drive, depending on the terrain you're on or the conditions you're going into. If it's heavy water, rain, snow, ice, whatever it is, you can kind of adapt to that condition. It's putting out about 550 horsepower and 1,000 to 1,100 foot-pounds of torque. It is one of the lightest weight H1 Hummers out there because it is a soft top. So besides the Duramax engine, the Allison transmission, the exterior color, this is Arancia Atlas. I'm sure I butchered the name. It's Lambo orange. Keep it simple, Lambo orange on this full custom paint job. Windshields came out, all the glass was removed, doors were removed off of the truck, all the seals were removed. Very, very unique color. It's absolutely beautiful. With all the black accessories, it really makes this thing stand out. I'm a big fan of having a color that's kind of flashy and then toned down with a bunch of black accessories, like the D-ring brush guard up here, blacked out rims. Again, you have 2 options for rims, all blacked out, tucked in a little bit tighter, or you've got the 22-inch Forgiato rims that are custom with the orange inlays. It also has a little bit more offset out, 40-inch tires, so you have your choice of rims going for more conservative look, if you can say this is a conservative look on this truck, to the more flashy look. So full D-ring brush guard, probably one of the most prominent items on the H1 Hummer. Definitely gets your attention because it wraps around the truck, in front of it, and up and over and ties into the airlift hooks up here. These are designed to integrate into our D-ring brush guard upper billet steel mount up here, which we machine out on that mill over there. Getting on to the next most important part on the front end of the truck is the Viper front winch bumper, which has an integrated 12,000-pound Warren winch right in here. It also tapers up right here, so you get a lot of protection around that radiator and cooling stack, and as you can see, it wraps around here and comes up. We have rubber stops on here. Pop the pin out, lift open the D-ring brush guard, and it stops right there. So you have an internal stop built into it right here, and when the brush guard opens up, it hits that rubber stop, nice and soft, holds it in the open position, doesn't go too far, you don't have to put pins back into it. Hood scoop up here, it's texture black painted, so it matches the powder coat finish. Stainless steel mesh on both the upper and lower grills, so everything's kind of consistent there, which also ties into the stainless steel hardware that's throughout the whole truck. We've got the Duramax engine and then the Allison 6-speed transmission that it's mated to, then a selectable 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive transfer case. Your intercooler right here, we have our fuel cooler, heavy-duty fan up here. So now you have a polar fan with the engine over here, but you also have a pusher mounted on top. A new custom shroud that goes all the way around, so all the air coming through the cooling stack is literally forced through this cooling stack. It doesn't blow out the sides. The design of the shrouds that go around it are adequate at best. We could improve quite a bit on it, and we did with these seals that go all the way around and kind of seal up that whole cooling stack so we can cut down on a lot of airflow that's blowing by. So internally on the engine, we have it fully built up. ARP head studs, ARP main studs, PPE race manifolds and up pipes. So that improves airflow out of the engine a lot better than the factory manifold, putting out about 500, 550 horsepower, 1,000 to about 1,100 foot-pounds of torque, right in that range. So we have our rigid light bar. It integrates into the D-ring brush guard. We actually designed out the mounting holes on this guy to integrate that rigid light or the Baja design lights. We also replace all the headlights with truck light headlamps. These are DOT legal headlamps, high beam, low beam. Then moving on to the turn signals, we have our clear turn signals. The marker lights here are cleared out up there as well. 2 of the single row lights on the outside of the marker lights up there, leaving those exposed. We do a wider one on the top and then 2 smaller 6-inch ones angled out just a little bit so you have a really wide spread. I mean, the lights already have a tremendous amount of spread to them anyways, but having that little bit of angle over kicks it out even more. Marker lights here and also floodlights, so they're dual purpose. So the light is set up as your running lights, and then you have an override switch you can hit and it lights up the center here, which is actually a floodlight. And it floods everything in like 40, 50 feet around the vehicles. It all has the same textured black powder coat finish, so it has uniformity from front to back. Everything on here has that kind of consistent look to it. Brand new soft top up here, so if you've had a soft top H1 Hummer in the past, you know that these are extremely hard to get a hold of. Cool thing about this one is tinted glass in the back. It's actually integrated and dyed into the material. New gaskets around here, new door seals or window tracks here, new belt lines across here. Everything's virtually new. New door seals, internal, external, so it's not a respray at all. Very, very high-end paint job. So this is our heavy-duty rocker panel protection. The factory rocker panel protection is literally a piece of aluminum, except for like a 92 and 93, they had some steel ones out there, but most of all of them are all aluminum. And it's just a little panel that goes across here, drops down and goes underneath the truck. It is not structural. It's definitely adding some strength to the truck, but not at the level these are. So this is an upgraded design. We manufacture these in-house, just right in the back there. So it's composed of one solid piece of steel. The steel is then formed in our CNC press brake, and we get this angle on here, so it comes across here, one piece, and then it bends up here. This is cut out here for the step that's integrated into it, and then we have a backing plate that goes in here. Like an L-shaped panel that goes underneath the truck with a triangular strengthening point here. The reason for that is it gives a tremendous amount of strength, not only from side impact. If you go up next to a big boulder or rock, kind of push off of this. If you look at the side width of this, it's out about 1.5 inches past the door panels. Inadvertently, we created an extremely strong side impact point going across here. So we have 2 options. You can go without the steps, which is just straight across here. So let's move on to the back. Okay, so you got your multi-purpose or multi-function light down here. You've got your running light, has a little halo light on here that's red, and then you have your floodlight that's built into the center here. That is mounted to a billet aluminum mount, custom mount that we manufacture in-house, integrated into the truck, so it's a perfect fit and finish. And it has that flow light that really lights up the whole area. So we have our rigid lights mounted to our soft top light bar, which is a cool design. It mounts onto the roll bars of the soft top, as you can see there. And then we have two rigid single row lights here. Coming down, we have our search and rescue bed rack. This guy is really cool. So it gives you a lot of storage space up here. You can throw all kinds of gear and cargo on it, but also you pull this pin out and it opens up and you've got all the storage access underneath. The rack opens up, storage underneath, storage on top. It gives you kind of the best of both worlds. You can pop this whole center section out with just 2 bolts. So 2 bolts and then these gas struts just unclip, and you could take this out, throw it in your garage. We still have to retain this because it is bolted on the truck. And then you have your bed space back and you have full access because it's not inhibited by this search and rescue bed rack. So that's kind of cool. Just 2 bolts up there, they pop out, the whole thing comes out. The side pieces would be on, but that's just fine. Super easy to work with. This is our search and rescue bumper. You have an option to put a winch in here. You can go up to a 16,500 pound Warren industrial winch back here. The cavity is large enough to put it in there. On this design, we have our integrated rigid lights, as well as the front bumper, which I failed to mention earlier on. These are cool because both of them are angled down slightly and it floods out fairly low to the ground. So if you want to have lights down low, you can do that. If you want to flood everything out, you hit everything on, you can light up the world if you want to. Check this out too. I mean, even getting into like the hardware inside here, so see that right in there? Stainless steel button socket cap hardware. Attention to detail on this truck is second to none. Billet aluminum fuel doors. Rear fuel door for your aux tank that's in the back. Front fuel door for your main tank. This is our offset snorkel. Has a pre-cleaner on the top. There's a little fan blade inside here, so when it sucks air in, the fan starts to spin around and actually shoots little dirt and debris out this little side vent. The offset snorkel is a really cool design because we offset it to the side of the vehicle. As a passenger, with the snorkel coming right up here, it's almost right dead center in your field of view. So you're kind of leaning in like this to see past it. With the offset, we're pushing it over about 3 inches. It makes a big difference. The other thing it does is, as a driver, on my height, I'm like 5'11", 5'6", I don't know. Next to this beast, I look like 5'5". As a driver sitting over there, when you look out this window over here, this factory snorkel and its location is set up so it's almost right dead in front of you like this. So when you offset it like this, your field of view now goes straight out the window. It does improve drivability as a driver too. It gives you a little bit more field of view. I think that's it on the outside. I know there's more. I know I'm missing stuff. Let's jump inside. Okay, so we're inside the truck. We've got a 4-inch lift on the truck. It also has 40-inch tires. So to get in and out, these are extremely important. We've got A-pillar grab handles here, billet aluminum, leather wrapped in the center area. So the advantage with that is when you do grab a hold of this billet aluminum, if it's hot or it's cold out, you're grabbing a hold of leather. You're not grabbing a hold of like ice cold or smoking hot billet aluminum in the middle of summertime. Secondarily, you have this grab handle too, but honestly, when I'm getting in and out of the vehicle, I'm literally kind of lifting myself up with this handle. And this is just perfectly suited to get in and out easily, especially in such a tall truck. I mean, this thing is massive. We've got the grab handles up here, the traditional grab handles all the way around. So all 4 grab handles are billet aluminum. We also have an A-pillar grab handle over there as well. Everything in here is wrapped with leather. The whole dash, the crash panels are all high-grade leather with orange stitching going along here. So we tied in the outside Lamborghini orange to the inside with matching orange thread. We also have a Momo steering wheel. Again, it's literally brand new because the truck's only been driven 900 miles. Odometer gauges throughout. So you've got your tach here, your speedo, volts over here, oil pressure. So one of the problems with the odometer gauges, it does not have the check engine light on there, the high beam indicator, the ABS lights. So we integrated all of those lights down here on a nice clean bezel, billet aluminum, machined it so it has flush mounted LED lights with the engraving on there that says transfer case lock. It has a high beam, brake light, check engine light, wait lights, ABS TT4. So everything's integrated down here. Very clean, look to it. Massive stereo system in here. Jared actually did the installation and design of the stereo system. So we've got a Pioneer head unit. It's like a 9 or 10 inch display. It's about as big as you could put in this truck. All brand new speakers throughout. But on top of that, we doubled up the speaker count. It's a total of 4 speakers up here, 4 speakers in the back. You also have 2 10s in here underneath the seat, hidden underneath the seat. The amp's hidden, you don't see it. Driver USB port, you've got a passenger USB port right here. So really nice, you can charge your phone. Moving over here, you've got the S-Pod. All of the switches on here for all the external light. Our bumper light, we have the grill light, the brush guard light, we have a light bar light up there. So you have all these functions right here, really nice display. It's a very compact system. Here's something else I really like. Normally these guys are down here and you have a small head unit. So it's still easily within reach for the driver. Being over here, passenger cannot reach around here and get a hold of the gauges. Door panels, all black leather. Another item too is the armrests are billet aluminum as well. Follow suit with the A-pillar grab handles and the overhead grab handles. Billet aluminum armrests all the way around, all 4. Seats are custom made as well. So we took the factory seats, refoamed the whole seat. So they all have brand new foam in here. And by doing that, Roy upstairs in-house, he's our upholstery expert, he was able to shave off the seats and kind of reshape the seats into a much more squared off design. So these are really strengthened up on the corners here, so it has a lot of support on the outside edges so they don't just kind of blow out on you. And finalizing inside of the truck, we also have brand new black custom carpets throughout. So it's on the top of the driveline tunnel right here. It's also down here on the runners going front to back underneath the seat. So I think that's it. It can't be it.
Go for a drive.
Let's go for a test drive. It's time. Let's do it. Dude, this truck has so much power. Hey, you know what I say? Look at it. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's so beautiful, I said beautiful twice. Holy crap, this thing has so much power. Part of it too is the soft top. Dude, this thing is so quick. It's pretty crazy that you can get 40-inch tires to break loose. It's rad. Yeah, let's go to the beach. I say we go down to Oceanside.
Okay.